So welcome to the day 13 session of APM with Python. Today we are going to, as per our discussion process, we are going to talk about how we will be able to automate a hybrid app on an emulator. And if time permits, we will also see how we are going to automate a web app. So the idea is to get exposed to the three different types of application, which basically we find on an Android platform. So native app we have seen yesterday. Today we are going to talk about a hybrid app and a web app, and we will see how we can automate these on our platform. And then we are going to go back and talk a little bit about the find elements methods so as to understand the different locators from the APM perspective. Because what we covered yesterday were the find element methods about the different locators from the Selenium perspective, and in which the main locator which you used only for APM yesterday was find element by ID. Am I right? Mainly just by using the locator, the method find element by ID, you guys were able to get your script working because every element that you encountered had an ID value, which was the resource ID. Correct? You did not use any other locator strategy. So yesterday when we were discussing about locators, we also covered the fact that all these locators basically can be created, or for example, even if the object has an ID value, you can still create an XPath locator for that object, or a DOM locator. So all these locator strategies are interchangeable. The reason we had that rule was also the way to locate an element, which is the fastest way, because finding an element in a UI scenario is basically a cumbersome phenomena. Okay, it takes a while. So ID and name are always the fastest, and then comes your CSS, then XPath, and then your DOM approach. So ID and name are fastest, then CSS, then XPath, and then the DOM approach. Okay, this is how, this is the hierarchy or the time it takes for an object element to be found, depending upon the locator strategy we are using. And we can use any strategy to locate an object. Okay. For example, I'll try to give you guys another analogy, is that of an employee in an organization. Marian, are you not getting any messages on your Skype? Do you check your Skype? Do you get things on your Skype? Because whatever is the update, I'm sending a Skype message. So I sent a Skype message to you guys last night that the materials for today and tomorrow will be sent by Monday evening. Yeah, please check it. Please check your Skype, or check some platform and give me the details of those platforms which you kind of check. But if you have given me Skype, right, all the time these classes are there, just be in touch with your Skype. So let's talk about an example of an employee in an organization. Let's say if you know about the employee ID, will you be able to locate an employee? Then you can locate an employee by employee name. Now by ID, obviously it will be fastest. Why? Because ID is going to be always unique. You don't have duplicate IDs in an organization. Specifically, let's say with respect to a location, you might have another E001 in another location, but that is also not possible. Generally, employee IDs in an organization are always unique. Employee name, though, you can have a duplicate name, but then if you concatenate it with other attributes, you can find out the employer, locate that employee you are looking for. Then your employee location, employee appearance, and employee position in the organization. So ID, name, location is related to XPath, appearance is located to CSS, and position is located to DOM. Okay, so whenever you encounter these different locators for an element which is of Android type, for an Android UI, you can use these analogy. Okay, so the idea is to identify the element uniquely and identify the element quickly, both of them. Because when we are automating a script, we do not have the entire time in the world for running our script, right? Ideally, our time should take, or ideally, our effort at the script level should take less time than the manual effort. If our automation tests are taking more time than our manual tests, then we are going towards a failure. So there is a thin line drawn between reliable test and fast test. You do not want fast flaky test. You do not want slow reliable test. You want a fast reliable test. Okay, where the effort of automating and running the test is better than manual, and so is their reliability. Do we all understand this? Any questions so far? Okay. So I'm going to share a few apps with you guys which you can keep and which we are going to use for automating. So let me see, how do I share it? Let me try to mail you first, but maybe Google will complain. So let me see, how do I send it to you guys? Just give me a minute. Okay, so I was able to send you through Skype. Please accept them. Both of you, please accept this apks.rar folder and extract this folder on your location and store it in some directory. Okay, just give me a minute while I try to connect the device because my emulator doesn't show with the Zoho meeting. Just give me a minute, please.